Hey guys, welcome to my third week devlog, and I'm just going to be covering once again the changes I've been working on. And if you couldn't tell already, I made a little bit of a demo to demonstrate some of the new changes I've been working on. So one of the first things is, obviously there's these point lights here, which I'll cover that in a minute. So one of the first things I ended up doing was turn the entire scene system into this a little more user-friendly system, so I can actually go through and edit each individual item. And then there's the main camera, which controls, what you'd kind of expect. I'm just gonna leave it like that, looks cool. As for that, I implemented all the different component types. These are all those that were easy to do. So things like transforms and stuff, that's all working. So if I grab a specific entity here and I zoom out a little, I can actually start and lift individual trees around, which is pretty fun. So I think maybe whatever this one is, yeah, that's this tree. And you have the rotation controls, everything's just kind of in there. Yeah, and this works for every individual entity, including the camera, which is currently part of the scene graph, but in reality it probably wouldn't be. I just didn't implement it to be specific to the scene yet, so this is where it is for the time being. The next thing is this FOV slider. It's this kind of just a little jumpy. It's because I added some new controls over here, and it actually smoothly changed the camera FOV. And there's also the zoom button, which I have it set up to use the C key and zoom into whatever that zoom level is. So I now have a function to zoom in. As long as the other things, I took out most of the old settings in here, since that's part of the entity component system over here now. So we still have like the camera settings, the way the fog goes through, all that fun stuff with that. The new stuff is stuff like light levels and things like that. So right here is just the sun is all in the sun. So this is the minimum light level. So if I increase it, places that aren't directly hit with light get lit up just a little bit. So if I make my clear color completely dark, if I actually add some color, you can actually see some of the dark areas even though it's not lit up, which, that's kind of up to you what you want to do with that. I just kind of add, as I said, just something else to play with. I set it to completely dark for this example just to show that off. So now if I actually set up my main light here, I can actually start rotating lights around. I can change the direction they're going, so I can have them light up from under the map for whatever reason. So you can actually start moving that around. Then you have the actual color of the light as well. And honestly, if you darken it to black, then it just doesn't light up anything, because black light doesn't really do much in this. Okay, and now there's the little buffers here, which is another thing I need to go over. So I want to add just some click controls so you can just easily view them. So obviously we have the standard color, which, same as last time, nothing's really changed in here. There's the position data, which you can kind of see where 0, 0 is. That's the best it's going to represent, really. Then we have normals, which, since I actually can have free reign and rotate and stuff, I just grab one of these. I can actually rotate one of these trees, and the normals will actually update correctly now, which it didn't do that before, so let me get somewhere. So you could rotate around, the normals actually, the light will properly reflect off of it and everything. Then the new one over here is the light buffer. And this just tells me what we have for the light data. So for every light source I want to render, I just make a draw call to the light shader, which will look at the normal and the position buffer and figure out how it should light up the surface according to those kind of things. So for every light, it's just one draw call, and I can do this as many times as I want. It's not going to limit me or anything like that, except in performance, which is something I want to work out. So the first 3 images is done in one step, then we do one for each light source here. Then at the end we end up doing the same kind of mixing as last time, mixing the fog and have the lights go together. Now I have 9 light sources just kind of moving around. I'm just using some 3D noise just to have some movement on it, because it looks a lot cooler than having it stand still. As for progress on actual game content, I don't have much. I've just been working on visuals for a bit, which I probably will work on visuals for a little while, but I start wanting to have something to actually do in here, so I have more to talk about than just, you know, looks, but looks are pretty cool either way. And there's just tons of settings you can play with. And, you know, I like having just options to mess with stuff. Anyways, that's all I got for week 3. For next week, I think I'm going to go towards maybe skyboxes or something like that. Or maybe I'll try doing some kind of gameplay, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Thanks for watching.